Hello everybody and welcome here to qualifying to find out who will start on the pole for tomorrow's birthday bash live on the Blue Hedgehog TV for the PCSRA 2023. It is a cloudy day here at Texas Motor Speedway as we're getting set to find out who will be on the pole, as I said, for tomorrow's birthday bash for the PCSRA. Timo Mauser, the first driver on track, 20 minutes on the clock. Timo Mauser, one of the drivers that would like to take down one of the Monster Energy Series gang. We're doing it here at Texas Motor Speedway. Second time in the last 3 years we have done the birthday bash here in the Lone Star State. Timo Mauser is the first driver to take time here in this qualifying session. This is to get them a reserve ride for the 2025 season. 27.912, Timo Mauser sets the benchmark here in this qualifying session. It's Arena McShane just coming out on the track. Just want to let everybody know there was a little bit of confusion on the rides that in the sign-up video, but it was because I was completely tired and was getting a little bit lazy on that. There's Lisa Gonzalez, Skylar Taylor in the 54. And here is one of the drivers I'm going to have a little problem trying to pronounce. That is Haley Tikoto. I think that's how you say that driver's name. If I mispronounce it, I do apologize. I'm trying to learn Japanese. First time we've seen that driver on track. There's Avon Murray, Mia Watts, one of the Monster Energy Series drivers, Chaz Farmer. Weird, Chaz Farmer is driving a girl paint scheme with GoDaddy, not to make a pun. We haven't seen Chaz Farmer since the Red Bull GT series, which, by the way, I'm bringing that series back soon. Courtney Lynn, Luke Peters, Agura Sato, Grace Takayama in a Honda Accord. Valentina Fernandez. Priya McShane driving for Penske, Stephanie Driscoll. There's Ekstrom, Brenda Eveling, Gloria Tucker, Michael Brown, Elijah's favorite driver, Jacob Tutu. There's Vanellope Von Schweetz, who's still on track. Betty Barrett, former 500 winner, Carlos Rodriguez. Frank Chilton, Maxie Chilton's brother, Timmy Turner. Justin Hugo, Chad Bowman driving the 16 Capri Sun Dodge Dart. Dodge Dart makes its return to this channel. The last time Dodge Dart took part on this channel was back in 2016. Of course, we all know Robert Izlakia, which we are used to seeing the fart dart. Now it's called the drink dart. Yes, Chad Bowman driving the drink dart. PJ Marks right behind Riley Anderson. The two Aussie girls, Betty Johnson, Annie Thomas. Dora Marquez, Skylar Taylor's on pit road. Alexandria Van Dam, Chloe Bumgarner, Lindsey Sutton. There's been a lot of talk about Lindsey Sutton's future. Sam Bright going by his teammate Tatiana Guerra. Ignore it hasn't if Tatiana has an R next to her name. It's because I'm running a series right now. Brittany White. There's Ben Tennyson. By the way, he's one of our former winners of this event. He won it back in 2021. Josh Harmon in the 87. I don't know why we have cows in the booth when there shouldn't be any cows to begin with. Dylan Matthews and Lisa Gonzalez. Dylan Matthews driving for Front Row Motorsports. There's Josh Harmon in the 87, the Conseco Dodge. Emma Kaiser in the 3 you just saw on pit road. So right now, Gloria Tucker, the quickest car. Dylan Matthews would start on the front row for tomorrow's race. What's at stake for the prize? If a Monster Energy Series driver wins, like Courtney Lynn, for instance, they can save themselves from dropping in the danger zone for 2024, meaning that nobody would drop down in all three series. But if one of you guys that signed up for a ride wins this event, you win a reserve ride for 2025. And if that wasn't enough, you have the power to drop 5 drivers from next year's Monster Energy Series down to the Buffalo Wild Wings for 2025. Valentina Fernandez, Luke Peters, Priya McShane. By the way, Valentina Fernandez, our Canadian 450 champion from this year, back in February. Sato there's Stephanie Driscoll, Jacob Tutu, running for the championship in the Monster Energy Series, Lauren Ekstrom. Now, if Lauren Ekstrom wins this event, it's going to mean Lauren Ekstrom's going to be keeping everybody, is what's going to happen. Frank Chilton there in the 4. Carlos Rodriguez in the 31, passing Betty Barrett. Driving the Quicken Loans colors on his Chevrolet out of Richard Childress Racing, Vanellope Von Schweetz. Timmy Turner, there's Mia Watts. Chad Bowman, there's Michael Brown, Arena McShane, PJ Marks, Riley Anderson, Betty Johnson, Skylar Taylor right in the middle of an Aussie female sandwich of Thomas and Johnson. Speaking of Skylar Taylor, if I do bring this series back, which is the Diva series, she would be eligible for that series along with Avon Murray if I do bring it back. If I don't bring it back, then I'll probably bring it back next year. We'll see. Dawn Marquez, Chaz Former, Timo Mauser. I believe I've gone through everybody. Yep, I have. Brittany White's not in the same ride. She's racing in the Monster Energy Series, which is the 45. She's running the 53. This car is trying to remember who's driving this currently in the Monster Energy Series this year. I cannot think off the top of my head. Sam Bright in the 18. Dylan Matthews. Haley Tikoto. I've never heard of Haley Tikoto before. I've heard of this young lady right here, Tatiana Naguera. Everybody's favorite, everybody who likes to call her the queen of amazingness. Not sure why, but that's just the truth. And the Kaiser in the 3.
Put this in the refrigerator. Hot.
Agura Sato, currently the quickest. Or currently 3rd quickest. This is the car, by the way, that Noah Tutu put in victory lane in 2016 at Atlanta. Of course, that was the race weekend that Annie Thomas was suspended for a race for what she did to Amanda Scoutmaster, even though Scoutmaster is not in Munster anymore. Don't know what Scoutmaster is doing for next season. Benny Barrett there in the 99. Brenda Eveling running the yellow Exalta colors on her Chevy Camaro. For Nathan Orman Motorsports, that team will be rebranded to what is going to be called Autism Racing next season, that 88 car. And there's our quickest driver. That would be Gloria Tucker at 27.126. Gloria Tucker running a Subaru, one of, I believe she's the only Subaru in the field. And I am indeed correct. Vanellope Von Schweetz currently 14th quickest in this session. Chad Bowman in the 16. There's a good chance Dodge Dart's going to come back to the PCSRA next in 2025. Maybe with Chad Bowman, we'll have to wait and see. Jacob Tutu back out on track. Mia Watts. There's Arena McShane in the Aaron's Toyota. Trying to remember who runs that car in Monster, and I cannot think off the top of my head. As I heard somebody scrape the wall off it too. Down to 7 minutes left to go in this session. We are guaranteed a brand new winner because the gal that won this event a year ago is not in this field. That would be Annie Einstein. She was the defending winner of this event. That was back last year when that race was at one of my favorite short tracks, Autodrome Chaudière. Ben Tennyson was the inaugural winner of this event in 2021. Of course, he was driving the number 36 Mellow Yellow Toyota at the time and won the race. Whoever scraped the wall kept going and didn't cause any wrecks. Frank Chilton, he is in the 4. His brother Maxie Chilton, you will see him as well as the other drivers up in Canada. Some drivers are going to have a quick flight to get from Texas to Toronto, as we're actually going to have the championship race on Saturday instead of tomorrow, just to give those drivers a chance to fly to Toronto for the final race of the season. There's Tatiana Guerra, and she's going to be one of those drivers that's going to have a quick flight. Coming down to 5 minutes left to go in this session. A lot of these drivers like Dylan Matthews, Skylar Taylor, they've never raced against drivers like Betty Barrett, former Daytona 500 champion back in 2013. Timmy Turner, the Daytona 500 champion from 2016. That was the first year I did PCSRA racing on my channel. There's Turner. Of course, he was not running a Buick Regal at the time. He was driving a Dodge. The Home Depot Dollar General Dodge, in which he went to victory lane. Of course, he's still in the 65, but swapped over to the Buick Regal. And he's the only Buick Regal in this field. And there's Emma Kaiser, first time. Here's the thing, Emma Kaiser's has two legends right behind her. Of course, Timmy Turner, who's had a not so good season in the Monster Energy Series. Jacob Tutu, on the other hand, had a slow start, but he's really turned it around and then some. He's already locked into the playoffs since he's got a lot of wins, and he's in the top 40 in the top 50 in the points rather, and his wins would count. There's Vanellope von Schweetz, 14th quick. If you know Vanellope von Schweetz well on this channel, she is the one I call the queen of plate racing. And what I mean by that is she dominated the plate races in 2016 in her rookie year. Of course, she was not running the 26 at the time. She was driving the 24. She won the Rookie Bash in 2016, of course, driving the 24 Pepsi Max Chevrolet for what was then World NOS Racing. Won the Summer Daytona race, beating, ironically, her teammate Annie Thomas at the time. And now she's running for Hyundai Sonata. This is the same manufacturer. I won 3 races in Season 6 of Hershey's Cup Series, believe it or not. And of course, I was inducted into the PCSRA Hall of Fame, which is an honor. Skylar Taylor, there's Arena McShane, Chad Bowman there. Mia Watts, Justin Hugo. Hugo is running a sponsorship, the Speed Stick Ford. Or is he no, he's running in Buffalo Wild Wings and trucks. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of another driver. I'm thinking of Todd Montgomery. Lauren Ekstrom, running the BMW M5. Now, the BMW M5 has been one of the most interesting cars. Of course, Ekstrom left Smart Motorsports to start her own team, which is for BMW, and so far, she and her teammates have been to victory lane so far this season. Of course, actually, Jacob Tutu actually made the playoffs for the Monster Energy Series. Of course, they had their regular season finale at Twin Ring Motegi, a track I have fallen in love with for that series. Which also would explain why it was a 2:30 a.m. Eastern time a couple of weeks ago for that race. Of course, the Buffalo Wild Wings series gonna have their race later today. I'm putting this out at 11 a.m. Eastern. It is their regular season finale at Watkins Glen. Then we start the playoffs in 2 weeks after Amateur Series heads to the Yard of Bricks, Indianapolis. So there you go. Chloe Bumgarner there in the 84 for Audi, the Audi RS8. And now time is up in this qualifying session. Gloria Tucker will be your pole sitter for the Mara's Birthday Bash. She'll be on the front row with Dylan Matthews. Row 2 will be Agura Sato and Lauren Ekstrom. Luke Peters and the 66 of Avon Murray will make up row 3. Row 4 will be comprised of Justin Hugo. I'm going to shut up NR so that way NR doesn't interrupt me. Justin Hugo, Chloe Bumgarner, row 4. Row 5 will be Emma Kaiser and Brenda Evelyn. As I'm going to bring the results closer to you all so you can see where you've qualified. Chad Bowman, Timmy Turner will round out the rear of the field. Just ignore the little R on Tatiana Guerra because I'm going to fix that pretty soon. So, yeah, there you go. That's the official lineup. Congratulations to Gloria Tucker on the pole. The question is, can anybody get Gloria Tucker? Can Gloria Tucker save the Monster Energy Series drivers? Or will drivers like Dylan Matthews, Avon Murray, and others drop 5 Monster Energy Series drivers from 2024 roster to 2025 Buffalo Wild Wings? You'll have to tune in tomorrow to find that answer out. So until then,